It is a great privilege to be part of this forum as NIFA is doing a great job in welfare and awareness programs in the society nationally and internationally. They have a vision to in positive nation building and to reach every district of this country, which will be a great achievement. This is their target for the year 2020. My salute to all the functionaries and workers of NIFA for their initiative and dedication. They are bringing the people of this beautiful country together, and I wish them all the very best. In the year 2007, I had an opportunity to visit Japan, the present day, and it was an experience. JICA called us for a goodwill mission, and I thank JICA and the Government of India for that. The association with Japan is lovely and forever. Thank you, Nifa, for inviting me for a talk on a very important and serious issue, or one can say, concern of not only one country, but of the whole world. Nuclear weapon free world for peace and progress. Such an apt topic which impacts all humanity and indeed our earth itself. As an Indian, when we believe in Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, that means all shall be happy. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that means the entire world is a family. It is more than relevant for India to take up this challenge and save the humanity from disaster. Yes, nuclear weapons can create disaster of unimaginable proportions. So far, we have seen on two occasions nuclear weapons were used in the course of warfare, both the times by United States of America. First was on Hiroshima and then on Nagasaki, both during the Second World War. The damage they did was unimaginable, and for years, people of these areas suffered and continue to suffer beyond comprehension of people and society. Just for reference, by the end of 1945, the bombing had killed an estimated 140,000 people in Hiroshima and further 74,000 people in Nagasaki. In the years that followed, many of the survivors they faced leukemia, cancer, or other terrible side effects from the radiation. This is 75th anniversary of atomic bombing on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. We must remember the victims of the biggest man-made tragedy and strive to ensure that the message of peace and harmony reaches every doorstep of humankind. It's good that an international campaign to abolish nuclear weapons was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in December 2017, as it was instrumental in creating the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons in July 2017, a global agreement by more than 50 non nuclear states to ban nuclear weapons. But do the nuclear states want to reduce the threat of their weapons? No, certainly not. As one of the biggest arguments made by them is that nuclear weapons are a deterrent for adversaries. It may be true, but is it safe to have these weapons? Is it necessary to have these weapons? Do we know the ramifications of its eventual use? For your information, the impact of a reduction has been seen only in one country, that is South Africa. This country dismantled all nuclear warheads and joined NPT in 1991. Now, apart from five countries who officially announced nuclear warheads, there are many countries which have such weapons like India, Pakistan, North Korea, suspected to be in Iran, Israel. Many more have either developed or they are developing such weapons for future security. Every day we see such threats from Pakistan as India's adversary since independence. Let us examine some of the facts. At present, two threats are looming on us. One, the localized nuclear proliferations and the threat of nuclear terrorism. Both are equally dangerous. Secondly, these nuclear weapons can be used as a tool in a limited war, wherein only limited military targets can be attacked, or it can be a full scale war where the entire country can be attacked. In both the cases, the harm will be thrust upon the humanity. We know that it not only does initial damage, but also threatens future generations. Whatever may be the case, whatever may be the scenario, we have to understand the several kinds of its impact, which may be immediate or on future. We know that in comparison to conventional explosion, the nuclear explosion can be many thousands or millions times more powerful. Not only you have the blast impact, but also thermal impact. And the most dangerous of them all is the radiation impact. The radiation impact is extremely dangerous and lethal. There can be several kinds of radiation emitted after explosion, and they remain in there for a very long time till all radioactivity dies down. Imagine if a nuclear weapon were to be detonated over a city today. First responders, hospitals, firemen, aid workers would simply be unable to help, as has been demonstrated by what happened in Japan. The radiations will severely impact any rescue relief and other humanitarian teams who go in to provide relief to the impacted population. All the hospitals around the world would not be sufficient to take care of for the survivors of a single nuclear bomb on any city. The impact on survivors will be lethal and generic implications will be seen across the generations. Such a deadly weapon, how can we use against humanity? It's a big question. We have learned that the science can be constructive and destructive as well. We should welcome constructive use and refrain from its destructive use. That's the message I want to give it today. Let us not become inhuman. Let us not become bloodthirsty. Let us not go against the nature. The COVID pandemic today has demonstrated clearly the result of going against the nature. Nature will tolerate human carelessness and disregard, but only to an extent. It cannot tolerate forever. Many things, when we experiment, we do it against the nature, and that will never be welcomed by nature and Almighty. Now, Cold War is over, and the threat of war has also gone down considerably. But here and there are several minor skirmishes occurring globally, which may lead to deployment of nuclear warheads, and that will not be good for mankind. So I appeal to all, that we should destroy these deadly enemies of mankind forever. Thank you. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.